Hello, this is Blesso11 here, and in a series of videos I like to show a side-by-side comparison to some of the most famous Sega games that were ever created back in the late 80s to the 90s, preferably from the Sega Mega Drive. And one of the games I want to do a side-by-side comparison to is, well, I'll just see if I can get this in shot, is a series of games that that was released on the Mega CD, but I'm going to show you the Mega CD version of Golden Axe. And this will be my first video, sort of like a review, but my next one I want to show you the Master System version of Golden Axe plus the Mega Drive version of Golden Axe, and just to show you the differences between each version. So let's give it a go. Here we go. Since I'm not a, let's say, an expert at this game, but I love these type of games, I'm gonna increase the health bar by 5. I'm gonna try and finish the game from start to finish. I've only managed to finish this game once in my entire life, so here we go. So here we got Axe Battler, the Barbarian, Tyrus Flare, the Amazon, and Gilius Thunderhead, the Dwarf. But let's see here. Okay, the Barbarian is the all-rounder player. His strength is about medium and his magic is about medium. Probably his character is probably worth playing as a beginner. Gilius, on the other hand, his magic is probably the weakest of the bunch, but his fighting strength is number 1 out of the 3, so he's a good player to play. The most difficult player to play during the series, I think, is the Amazonian chick right here. Her magic is probably the best out of the 3, but her weakness is her attacks, so I might have to go for the Barbarian because he's the all-rounded player. Okay, as you can listen to the music here, the music is CD quality compared to the Mega Drive version. It's, oh, hello. I wasn't meant to do that. The music is CD quality, so they try to recapture the arcade music, which I have to say they did a good job here. And what they did here for the characters, as they die, they grunt. The sound is much more clearer. It's not distorted from the Mega Drive version, which I have to admit I like the improved sound in this version. My only gripe in this game, I have to say, is that the Mega CD version of Golden Axe only features 1 player, which totally sucks, because this game was designed for 2 players. But yeah, that's the only downside I can say to this game. But it's funny though, because on the Mega CD Sega Classics collection on Streets of Rage, they feature a 2-player co-op mode in that game. So I just don't see why the developers decided to take out the 2-player co-op in this game. It's just a very bizarre decision by Sega, and unfortunately, if they had the 2-player mode in, this would have been the best version of Golden Axe on the Mega Drive. A bit of trivia here, guys. This game is a semi-influence from a very famous Arnold Schwarzenegger movie directed by John Milius called Conan the Barbarian, the plot line is fairly similar to the game, where each three of these characters that you play are out to seek revenge against Death Adder, who, let's see if I can remember. The character I'm playing, he's out to revenge over the death of his mother and father. The Amazonian woman is out to seek revenge over the death of her father, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, but feel free to write any comments and, you know, any errors I mention in this video. Yeah, I like to hear some comments, and, you know, just I want to know what you think. So I'm open to everyone's suggestions here. Gilius, on the other hand, he's out to seek revenge over the death of his brother. So if anyone's not familiar with the movie Conan the Barbarian, Arnold Schwarzenegger's out to seek revenge over the death of his parents. And that's basically the plot of the movie, and the plot is fairly similar to this game. I've done a bit of research on this version of Golden Axe, and what I found out is that this version has a slightly higher frame rate than the Genesis version, which is a plus, I reckon, because in some ways the Genesis, I like playing the Genesis version. I don't really care very much about frame resolution on these old gaming consoles, lag or whatever, but it does improve the game a bit in this version. But like I said previously, if it had a 2-player co-op mode, it would have been the best version of Golden Axe that I've seen and played. Yeah, if anyone has ever played the Golden Axe games, particularly the original game, they are increasingly hard to master. It's not a very easy game just by watching it, but there's a bit of strategy involved in this game. It's not just a typical hack and slash game that I can think of. To tell you the truth, I haven't played quite a lot of these type of games, but when I think of hack and slash games, I always think of Golden Axe, mainly Golden Axe. So, okay, here we go. Oh yeah, there's another thing I have to mention though, just like in any CD format games, there is loading times, but it's bearable. It is very bearable. You don't really notice it. It only loads each level for about, I would say, less than 10 seconds. But it's not like what's an example I could think of at the moment? Oh yeah, the Neo Geo CD. I have saw the loading times on the Neo Geo CD, and boy oh boy, they are shocking. But yeah, it's people can bag the Mega CD because of the collection of games, but the one thing I have to say that does well is loading times. It's pretty good. There's nothing wrong with the loading times in any of the games I've played. Oh, come on. yeah, another movie reference I like to mention about this game is, I don't know if you have any of you guys ever watched a very classic Greek mythology movie called Jason and the Argonauts. All the special effects in that movie was created by Ray Harryhausen, and he created, like, I think it was 7 skeletons, and they were fighting against these Greek soldiers, like right in the end of the movie. And these skeletons so remind me of that movie, Jason and the Argonauts. Classic movie, so if anybody hasn't seen that movie, it's worth checking it out. I just hope they don't do a remake on that movie. I swear, no remakes. Look what happened to Clash of the Titans.